What's going on? Germs here. I'm back with another review. This is going to be a special one. This is a Rafute, which is Okinawan Braised pork belly. So stick around. We'll get this opened up and see what we got. All right, before we get into this, I just want to mention I got this from Bourbon Street Joe. He's got a MRE review channel as well. I'll put a card to his channel right about there. Doing some trading with him, so thank you, Joe. So as I mentioned, this is a Japanese civilian ration. It's a Milimeshi or a Miramishi, I believe. It is a Rafute. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right, but it's an Okinawan braised pork belly. So there's really not much to this. It's basically a main, and it looks like some rice. So let's get it opened up and let's see what's in it. All right, here's what we got. I'm going to have to translate this and hopefully I can drop that into the video. All right, so this is going to be our pork main. I'm going to put the translation to the left of the main. Hopefully you can read all that, but it's the pork main. And this is going to be our rice. And they give you, it's a, almost looks like a compostable spoon. Pretty sturdy. And that's what you get in this Japanese Milimeshi civilian MRE. Let's slap this down and dig in. Perfect. All right, so the instructions on the bag that I translated, you can, I believe, put the whole bag before you open it into hot water and just let it sit for 25 minutes. Or you can heat these up separate. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go put these both in boiling water and I will be back when they're heated up. All right, so it's been about 10 minutes, so I think this is hot enough. So let's open up the rice first. The instructions said to use a knife to open the film, so that's what I'm going to do. And let's give it a stir and see how it did. That's a wooden spoon. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I needed to boil this a little longer, heat it a little longer. You see? Yeah, it's warm. Probably could have used more time in the boiling water. Let's get it nice and mixed up though. Broken up. It's pretty dry. And now let's open up our Rafute. And there's what it looks like. Almost looks like a soup. I think that's what it is. I think it's a soup. It smells really, really good. That smells fantastic. Very heavy smell of soy sauce, which I love. So let's get it out on the rice. The smell is really, really good. And it looks really, really good. A lot of fat on that, but I would assume it's going to be really, really melt in your mouth smooth. So we'll get that mixed up. Not seeing any vegetables in this, which is kind of weird, I think. I guess for a dish like this, I would have thought there might be some vegetables in it, but not gonna really hurt my feelings, I guess. I would assume that this rice is gonna get a lot more tender now with all that broth that's in there. I can smell some onion. It almost smells like there's some ginger in there. I think I saw that on the ingredients when I translated it, but let's give this a shot. Yeah, that is awesome. That is so good. The rice completely soaked in that broth and now it's nice and tender. It's a sweeter sauce that's in there. It's a sweeter broth and there's definitely some ginger in there and there's definitely some onion in that. It's fantastic. It really is. This is so good. Yeah, I really, really like soy sauce and I love ginger and just so tender and cooked perfectly. I really love the sweetness of the sauce. It's the perfect amount for the amount of rice they give you. My understanding is the company that makes this is the same company that makes their standard military MREs. So if this is how the Japanese troops are eating They're eating very well. It doesn't look like a lot of food at first, but this rice is definitely filling. This is definitely something that I need to find the recipe on and try and make myself. This is so fantastic. And I was just curious to see when this was from, and it looks like 2019. So it looks like April 29th, 2019. That's my guess. There's really not much to say about this other than it's just so good. But it's very simple, but very delicious. I'm not sure if there's garlic in it. Doesn't taste super garlicky. I'd have to check the translation. Well, there you have it. That was a Japanese Milimeshi civilian MRE. Looks like it was produced in 2019. And the menu was a Rafute, which is Okinawan Braised pork belly. I know I'm probably not saying that name correctly, so you can go ahead and correct me in the comments if I'm not. Again, I want to thank Bourbon Street Joe. Please go check out his channel. Again, I left a card with a link to his channel earlier in the video, and I will also leave a link in the description for his channel. And this is actually, I believe, the first civilian ration that I have ever reviewed. I typically only review US or foreign military rations. So this was a cool experience. This was, I would say, in the top 5 mains that I've ever had in a ration, maybe even the top 3. This was absolutely delicious. Just a very basic recipe, it sounds like, but excellent flavors. The beef was tender. The beef was perfect. The rice was great. The sauce was sweet with that soy kick and the ginger kick, but very simple and very, very good. So again, thank you, Joe, for sending this to me. I really appreciate it. It's always fun doing some trades with other reviewers, so much appreciated. All in all, as a ration, I don't know if I could rate it up in the top tier because there was just a main. There was really nothing else in there. You don't have anything to drink. You don't have any coffee. You don't have any vegetables. You don't have any dessert, which you don't really need. In a civilian ration, I guess this would be more just for a quick dinner, I suppose, on a hike or on a camping trip. So really, as a ration, not up in the top tier, but the main top 3, top 5 easily. So if you're still here and you stuck with me through this, I really appreciate you watching. It's probably a little bit shorter of a video because it was pretty simple. But one thing I want to mention, I noticed that 73% of all the viewers of my videos are not subscribed. So if you're not subscribed and you like my videos, it's free, it's simple, it's easy. Just click that subscribe button. And also click the notification bell so that you're notified when I post new content. And if you like the video, consider giving it a thumbs up. So again, I appreciate you watching, and I'll be back soon with another video. Thanks for watching. Later. So stick around, let's get it opened up. This should be in it, and it's going to be a Rafute, which is Okinawan Braised. This is doing some trading with Bourbon Street Joe. He's got a MRE review channel. I'll put a link. All right, so the first thing I want to mention is come on.